In previous video, we generated metrics inside our Spring Boot application. We viewed them manually using Actuator endpoints. But imagine a real production system. You may have 10 servers, 50 microservices, thousands of metrics. Checking Actuator URLs manually would not be possible. So, how do companies automatically collect metrics? The answer is Prometheus. What is Prometheus? Prometheus is an open source monitoring system. Its main job is very simple. It periodically collects metrics from applications, stores those metrics, and allows us to analyze them later. You can think of Prometheus as a giant metrics database. How Prometheus works? Let's understand the complete flow. Our Spring Boot application exposes metrics. Prometheus periodically visits that endpoint. It pulls the latest metrics. It stores them in its own database, and then Grafana displays them in beautiful dashboards using graphs. Actuator already provides metrics, but Prometheus expects metrics in a specific format. And this dependency, MeterRegistry Prometheus, automatically converts Spring Boot metrics into a format Prometheus understands. We now enable the Prometheus endpoint by adding these two properties in application.properties file, management.endpoints.web.exposure.include, and to enable management.endpoint.prometheus.enabled. This creates a dedicated endpoint that Prometheus can scrape and get the metrics. Output of Actuator Prometheus looks very different from the metrics endpoint. You'll see lots of text. Don't worry about understanding every line. That format is designed for machines, not humans. Prometheus reads this data automatically. Every metric contains metric name, metric type, and current value. Let's focus on one metric. Process underscore CPU underscore usage tells us current CPU utilization. A value of 0.23 means roughly 23% CPU usage. When Prometheus collects this every few seconds, it can create a trend graph. And custom underscore API underscore calls underscore total is our custom metric. We created it ourselves. After hitting the API multiple times, the value becomes 15. Prometheus would collect this value periodically, and later we could answer questions like how many API calls happened today, or in last week, or during peak hours. And that is the real power of Prometheus. It doesn't just store the latest value, it stores values over time. That allows us to see trends. Notice that we are no longer looking at a single number, not only current value. Instead, we are seeing how the metric change over time. At 10, the application received 5 API calls. 1 minute later, it received 8. Then 15, 20, 32, 45. This historical data is extremely valuable because trends tells us much more than individual values. If this graph suddenly jumps from 45 requests to 500 per minute, we immediately know traffic has increased dramatically. And that's exactly why monitoring tools store metrics over time. Imagine a food delivery application during lunch hours. Traffic increases dramatically. Request metrics increase. CPU usage rises. Memory consumption rises. Prometheus captures all these changes, and alerting systems can notify engineers before the application crashes. Today, we generated metrics in Spring Boot, we exposed them in Prometheus format, and we understood how Prometheus would collect and store them. In the next video, we will connect these metrics to Grafana and build dashboards that visualize application health in real time. Thank you.